by these half-built tank traps and whatnot. And he does have a single heavy machine gun team here, which could be helpful for him. Let's see what else is going on. We've got the assault jeep capping back here. Again, he hasn't pushed too much further. This is really the spearhead of his attack. Unfortunately, I'm still suppressed because approximately 20 minutes ago I was under fire from from an MG42, and I am constantly suppressed by that. Anyhow, my guys are just going to crawl very slowly back home. And Wilson's rifleman. So really just kind of backing up. I know that I've got this guy. I know that I've got the win here because we've had enough fuel control to justify me pumping out a very quick, durable Sherman, a hero Sherman unit. And that this stuff is just a temporary problem. I was hoping that that Bazooka Joe here would get a good lucky shot off, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm just going to back away just to prevent me from taking too many more casualties. Meanwhile, Guantes' assault jeep is wasting fuel on their side. A lot of back capping going on, but you can see that Guantes just ran right back up and capped all these things, and it just forces them to have to come back here and deal with it, especially dealing with it with hero units and things like that. So here comes the push on my side. Looks like, whoa, Quasimodem's getting a little bit hammered here by snipers and all that sort of stuff. We'll take a peek over here, and here comes my durable Sherman. So this is pretty much what I was waiting for. Gonna go ahead and throw HVAP up right away. I always do that. I have tons of munitions, as you can see. That's not even me, but as you can imagine, I have a good amount of munitions, and you know, it ups your rate of fire, ups your armor penetration. So vehicles, infantry, whatever, you know, HVAP it all up. Hopefully I'll grab my infantry here and take advantage of this mass retreat that I just saw. And now in my head I'm thinking, okay, he's pretty unprepared. I think if he's retreating like that, that's a flag, that's an indicator for the fact that he doesn't have any anti-tank units and hadn't planned on getting any just yet. So he's going to have to start building anti-tank stuff. So I figure I'm pretty well defended. Sorry, it's pretty safe for me to come charging into his base. And exactly as I expect, I do see a Krieg barracks going up, which produces anti-tank guns. So I know I've got at least the build time of an anti-tank gun to sit here and do as much damage as I can. Gonna keep looking around here though on the map just to make sure I'm catching most of the action. We see Quasimodem has got his durable Sherman up there, and I thought I saw Guantes with something out here. Maybe not. Oh, no, here he is. I'm an idiot, so I lost track of Guantes. Maybe it died. But either way, so I killed one Puma. There's another Puma out here. It looks like it's got the anti-armored gun upgrade. Looks like the Puma here as well. So now I'm starting to take some serious damage. I know I've got at least a little bit more time, but it's just about done. Look at how much repairing is going on here for this Puma. Let me just go ahead and try and see if I can't rotate here a little bit. Just to give us some perspective on what's going on here. But it's just a pig pile on this Puma, and we are just rushing to see if I can get him done. I know I can always fire up my self-repair if I'm going to get this guy done, but he's really repairing quickly, and I'm running out of time because the Stug is showing up and all that sort of stuff. Backspace, by the way, hotkey for default camera view. I always hate that. I mean, I like that there's a hotkey. I always hate trying to rotate it back myself manually. And now, unfortunately, I am in a position where I have to... It looks like I was reversing away from a little bit of artillery there. So, as you can see, I've got my durable tank destroyer as well. I like the pair early on just to kind of stall until I can get Calliopes out. And now you can see with HVAP up and my tank destroyer doing some serious damage to the Stug. The anti-tank gun is out, and I really am just getting smashed by these machine gunners because I haven't had any chance to prioritize them at all yet because really all these other units are so important. So my goal now is just to get out of here, just to, you know, I've pushed him back into his base. Unfortunately, I didn't cap this position, but that's what we're looking for here. Looks like we've got a little drive-by going here by Guantes, as looks like he's capping and throwing grenades, or at least preventing a cap, throwing grenades. Whoa! Ejecting some guys into orbit there. I'm just kind of dealing with that fire. So as you can see, I am making a gracious retreat here. Single pack, but they're not doing a lot. And I think I have activated my self-repair, but both of these units have the ability to self-repair on their own for 30. It prevents them from attacking, though, for 30 munitions. So let's take a look and see what's going on here. So Quasimodem's durable Sherman is self-repairing, the ability I was just telling you about, because like I said, he's an infantry commander. Meanwhile, capping the fuel again, just trying to keep control over all this stuff. Unfortunately, losing control of the middle, but that durable Sherman was enough to finally take the middle, and as you can well imagine, this is approaching the good game position. Unfortunately, I can't move out too much further because I have to assume that he's been mass-producing packs. I know I would be reasonable to assume that he's got 2, if not 3 already, and as you can see, he does have 2. So I'm not really going to push this until I can cover myself with some Calliopes, and as you can see, I've got a little ways for that. So meanwhile, we're going to zoom in over here and take a look at Quasimodem, who is now pushing up once again. He might even repair that durable Sherman again when the ability is active. And looks like he's, oddly enough, getting flanked by a machine gunner from way out here. It looks like some of these Volksgrenadiers happen to find a... Is that an MG42? No, that is a Browning. So Volksgrenadiers happen to find some allied machine gunnery lying around. Decided to flank Quasi with it. I hear some explosions. I'm missing it. We've got some reactive artillery going on up here. Guantes was undoubtedly capping the fuel points. Bunker going up, more packs coming up, so now we've got serious packs. Everybody is alerted to the fact that we have air. Good use of a scout bike. You'll see that SMS Spears is just kind of taking a peek around, just making sure that things are safe. Again, I'm trying to stagger my forces a little bit. I know my durable Sherman could take hits a little bit more than my anti-tank gun, sorry, my durable tank destroyer can. So just kind of leaving that one in the back to be flexible. Accomplished Panzer finally on the battlefield, backed up by double packs. That's a dangerous army to push with Sherman, so we're kind of backing off for the time being. But again, we've had the advantage all game. You can see it's 500 to 258 at the moment. A little bit of flamethrowing going on here. I think these are Quasimodem's landmines, so that's looking okay. And moving up with the rest of my infantry, and like I said, just kind of holding the fort at this point. This is one of those marginal victory kind of moments where there's no advantage whatsoever for me to try and attack this force right where he wants it. As you can see, it's a very sizable force. He has resupplied sufficiently, and so just going to stay in the defensive position where I have a nice little terrain advantage here with this limited sight. You know, this is kind of a 300-esque, you know, fight them in close quarters kind of choke point here. And all game, he really wasn't using this avenue at all. A lot of times players will push heavily right through here or right through here, and as you can see, I was quite foolish and distracted, and I didn't even get a attack notification for this. I just set these guys out to build mines, and sometime later noticed that the mines weren't built and the guys were dead, and just kind of wondered what happened to them anyways. Oh, and a sticky bomb on the scouting bike across the hedgerow. Love doing that. One of my favorite tricks. So meanwhile, Guantes is resupplying. He's got some paratroopers here. Lee's HMG team, nope, this is just a regular heavy machine gun team, is hanging out in this house. They are very wounded, but they are Vet 1 and just kind of covering this point. And the accomplished Panzer is having a slugfest here with the durable Sherman. If I had known this was going on right now, I definitely would have HVAP'd Quasimodem's tanks. For those of you not aware, HVAP is a high-velocity armor-piercing rounds, armor commander ability that lets you give armor-piercing rounds to a particular unit. But I think he was only using his keyboard today. He didn't have his headset on, or his mic on. So he was just kind of doing his thing over there. He might even be firing these guys, since this is a regular... Actually, sorry. I was about to say something stupid, so I won't. I'm just going to keep moving right along. So as you can see, on my side here, we've got SMS Spears is got a sufficient, very, very nice looking force, but I think in his head he's just trying to figure out how to attack me, because like I said, I backed off, and I'm not really revealing how many units I have. I suspect he's got an advantage over me, and I'm just saving up for either a Pershing or a Calliope, but at this point I'm pretty sure it's going to be Calliopes non-stop. And oh, everybody's firing away here. Main gun destroyed. Sticky bombs going on to the Panzer. Oh, and he unfortunately loses his unit, but the durable Sherman comes in for the kill. A little bit of a damaged engine. Knight's Cross are charging on in. Knight's Cross, these are really brutal units. I love seeing them in action. They're strange to deal with because they don't act in any way like you would expect 3 infantry guys to do. And by the way, nice flank here by the pack, out of control. So fortunately, Quasimodem has lost his armor ability on the right-hand side. Guantes has, you know, pretty light control over the middle here, not really being contested. Looks like everybody's pushing left or right at the moment. So he's just going to kind of fortify up there, and we're just kind of hanging out. Take a look back at our base to see if anything has changed that anybody would be interested in, but for the most part we've got, for me at least, just barracks, tank depot, supply depot, nothing fancy, and same thing for Guantes. Quasimodem, as we saw, back-teched into a little bit of weapon support center, so that worked out pretty well. And now here we go. I have my Calliope up. Looks like I missed my very first barrage of the Calliope, but I took out a whole area over here, did some damage, killed some machine gunners and stuff like that. And then I charged in with the durable Sherman, took the first couple of shots of the pack, and then backed out to repair it. and then moved in with my other 2 tanks. Because, yeah, he could, if you just, you know, if I just A-clicked, if I just, you know, dragged a box around all my tanks and A-clicked in there, he could definitely kill something. But if I'm a little bit more careful about it, I should be able to kind of perfect play this and just not lose any units. And that's pretty much what my goal is right now. So this pack, I know there's another pack out here. Just trying to take out the bigger vehicles. All this stuff doesn't matter to me. I don't care at all about the infantry. So, again, I'm just going to back up the target that he's firing at and get it to repair, although he switched targets right away. And just put the rest of my attack in here. And as you can see, I am driving up with my second Calliope, and Calliopes are my favorite thing on Earth. And you'll see that I just lose my patience with the whole situation inside the Calliope god and everybody over here. So, Calliope's coming, Calliope's coming. Honestly, I targeted outside of the range of this pack just because I wanted to kill this stuff. I figured if I got the Pack 2, that would be a bonus, but really, you'll see I'm using an HVAP against a Pack 2 just for the extra attack rate. I just wanted to reload faster, and, you know, apparently I'm not microing enough, and I'm just shooting everybody anyway. So, but now that my durable tank destroyer is looking a little bit better, I'm kind of spreading the damage around all of my units here. What did I do? I backed up my Calliope because it was taking some pack fire. So, again, just being very conscious about which units are receiving focus fire at the time and which aren't. And there goes the pack. So now we've got a dominating victory over here, taking out all the threats. You know, like I said, I'm not a pro player or anything like that, but, you know, I try to at least be a little bit thoughtful about this. And my very first Calliope is now active again. So now, just Calliope, I like to stagger them. I never like to use 2 Calliopes back to back because then you kind of have your pants down for a long cooldown period. Whereas if you stagger them very intentionally, you can just constantly Calliope from the point of view of your opponent. And as you can see, this guy is decimated. He's crushed into the ground now. He's got, looks like mortar teams, and that's about it. Sorry, he doesn't even have mortar teams. Those aren't his. Those are his neighbors. So 1 wounded machine gun team and some engineers, and otherwise that was a complete kill for my half of the map. Contract pioneers here are just kind of the last remnants of his force. Otherwise, I am just pushing up. Let's take a look over here on Quasimodem's side and see what's going on. He's fighting the good fight, but again, he's fighting it in their turf, which is always beneficial. Damaged Panzer IV. And I think, was that a strafing run? That may very well have been a strafing one that just went off. I saw these guys were pinned for a bit and then retreating. And that Panzer just got offed. Looks like maybe even a lucky bazooka shot here from these riflemen. I think they're just picking stuff up lying around the ground. He knows there's a pack here. He's just going to charge on in and take this thing out. And with all the Browning automatic rifle upgrades, this is just going to be a slaughter. Moving on up, we've got Armor versus Puma. And so, fast armor rush. Nothing revolutionary about it. Pretty standard for a 3v3, I'd imagine. And as you can see, it's a total 3 cap, and this was just our quick taking a break from work and having a quick little lunch game, and as you can see, 500-0, so yeah, you know, it's fun. Again, not trying to say we're amazing players or anything like that. Oh, and I just happened to, like, Calliope in here, and I just figured, you know, it's almost over, and of course, I ended up killing a bunch of engineers trying to build a Flak 88, so this never ended up going up, so... looks like that's going to be a good game here. They've got 2 points left, 1 point left, and that's all she wrote. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just a sample of just kind of a random ladder 3v3 game for all of you. But once again, I'd like to give a shout out to my 2 buddies, Guantes over here and Quasimodem over here. Hope you guys enjoyed this replay. If you like my commentaries in general, feel free to subscribe. If you have any good replays, feel free to email them to me at HarlequinCoHO@gmail.com. Otherwise, you guys have been great. Good game, good luck, all that sort of stuff. Talk to you later.